All right, over the top exclusive. We're live here at the house of Brandon E. We're watching WrestleMania 40. We're gonna give Brandon. I'm gonna need you to give me your reaction to the first match.
I would love to give my reaction to that juicy first. I mean, that was a great match, Rhea Ripley. Loved it. Actually, the match was a little lackluster.
Yeah.
It had its moments. Rhea shows she's a star.
Yeah.
Because she is a star. She is over like Rover. It's kind of weird to see Becky kind of have her decline these last few years. Still love her, still respect her. But that match was nice and juicy. And it was just... it was a good match to a certain extent. Surprised that was the match that started off the whole thing. I wasn't expecting the women's match to be first. Yeah. And then if anything, I thought it would have been the Bayley match. I thought they would have been on first and they would have been like night two. So I was kind of surprised to see a title match to lead off. Like I said, Rhea's a star. I don't see her losing a match even this calendar year. She's over. So great match.
Yeah, for sure. And then the second match was the six-pack tag team ladder match. You want to talk about that?
Oh, good God Almighty. That might have been the worst match I've seen at WrestleMania since, Bob Backlund was wrestling, because that sucked. Selfishly, I was glad to see R-Truth have a moment.
No, for sure. It took so long.
Long. It was so many botches. It was Botchamania 1, 2, 3. They can make a Botchamania box set. A Botchamania box set off of just that match right there.
Dude, there was a couple of cool spots, like a couple of really cool high spots.
Yeah, for sure. Pete Dunne is a star, man. I wish he was a solo act instead of in the tag team. I think Damian Priest is a star. I hate seeing Finn Balor just not being used right now. But it still is so cool to see R-Truth get that moment, though. R-Truth, you make your character so lovable and so just want to be rooted on and cheered for, and I'm glad to see him have his moment for sure.
So Miz and R-Truth won the Raw titles. Who won the SmackDown titles?
The SmackDown titles was Grayson Waller, and A-Town Down guy. I'm drawing a blank of his name right now, which Austin Theory. Austin Theory is his name, which he was a huge star last year. That was like Vince McMahon's pet. Kind of fell to the wayside a little bit. Him and they're starting to make their team. I was a little bit confused by the Raw and SmackDown titles both being on the flags at the same time. It was kind of a weird, just both sitting up there. Because the team got the title, Waller and Theory got the title. They were just standing there looking like idiots. Then they get slammed out of the ring. So it's kind of confusing. Like they were about to go up for the other titles. I didn't understand the rules of it, so that was kind of confusing a little bit on that. But besides that, it was still Botchamania, but it had a couple moments, and I like seeing Coco Beware. R-Truth have his moment. So all those missing was Frankie.
Right. We'll be back with more updates.
Oh my God.
All right, we're back, guys. Over the top recap. Oh my God. We got two more matches for you with Brandon E.
Yeet. Worst match ever, Usos. Yeet. What? Worst super kicks ever. Worst sell of I'm hurt, brothers, but worst match ever. No crowd reaction. Yeet. That was like Mo versus Mabel in a Falls Count Anywhere match at 10:31 a.m. on a Saturday morning watching Superstars. Worst match I've ever seen.
Bro,
I was looking forward to that match.
Dude, I was too, bro. And then he fell for that was awful.
Shout out to Lil Wayne's bald spot when he came out, by the way. That made me feel so much better for going bald. That was the worst match I've ever seen.
Dude, I can't believe that's how they booked that match, bro.
They just seemed like they were moving at a step behind the whole match.
It makes no sense, dude.
They're so good. They're so talented. That was a really, 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 really bad match, though. I'm really, really...
All it was super kicks and... worst spear of all time,
worst spear. The Hemisphere spear, the Stratus spear, the Roman spear, the Edge spear, the Eddie spear, Britney spear, Jamie Lynn spear.
That was
the worst spear I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Period.
All right, we're back. Over the top. Recap of WrestleMania Night 1. We're going to do, this was the match with, what was it?
It was a whole bunch of people who was in LWO that I never heard of, with the exception of Rey Mysterio and his son. I didn't know any of them. I knew Carlito. Carlito looks like he just got done filming a scene with Ron Jeremy in a porno movie, and he left his apples at home. That's what he looked like. Could barely move.
What about Dominik?
What about Dominik? What about him? You know how I told you how much I hate Mr. T?
Yeah.
That's how much I fucking hate Dominik Mysterio. You got the worst haircut I've ever seen in my life. I hate your guts. You suck. That was a terrible match.
What about that ending, though, bro?
What about the ending?
Tell him about the
I'm
ending.
sitting here going, who are these dudes that clearly was not Spanish, that was under these masks? And all of a sudden, I was just looking at my buddy and I go, that looks like Jason Kelsey. What? Did Chad talk about this? Because
explain to me, Universe, why the babyface team, Rey Mysterio's team, needed 2 Philadelphia Eagles offensive linemen to beat up his son, throw him in the ring so they could cheat to win. What is happening? What did I miss in the year?
2 feet taller. 2 feet taller than everybody. 100 pounds on them. You're in Philadelphia, and guess how much crowd reaction you got? What's 5 minus 5? 0. You got 0 reaction from that. That was horrible.
Yeah, this has been rough, man.
This has been bad. This is like,
This has been bad.
Yeah.
The only thing that's been good was like the first match.
That's it.
Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch.
So far, that's been it. It's been a dud.
Jey Uso's entrance, the crowd was high. The crowd's been dead the entire night. I can't blame them.
They've been dead, and so have I.
Yeah.
He has risen. No, he hasn't. He has not risen. He's not risen. Shout out to my Skittles that I'm eating for my daughter's Reese's. I mean, whatever you call it, Easter basket. That's the only thing that's risen, and this whole thing is the Easter candy. But yeah, that's been pretty bad.
All right, over the top recaps. We're back, dude. Brandon, this next match was, who was it?
That was Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi versus a whole bunch of other people I don't know. Asuka, Damage Control. Sorry, Damage Control. There was some damage control done to my brain watching that match. That's why I think I just had a little relapse in my thought process there. That wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't. Jay Cargill's a beast, man.
Yeah, she's a beast. She's AEW dropped the ball on that. They definitely had something going there, and they messed that all up. I'm a big Bianca fan, period. Like, it was just like a short match, kind of like to get Jade Cargill over, but I like watching Bianca. She's fantastic. Yeah. Naomi's always been underrated. She's great. They don't use Asuka like they used to. That's just part of it, though. Can't everybody be on top at the same time? The female division looks great right now. I actually did appreciate that match. It was short and sweet. This has been a glorified episode of Sunday Night Heat so far. That's pretty much all it's been all night.
I think there's only 2 matches left on night
This
one.
is WrestleMania -40 is what this has been. But anyway, still decent match. Whatever.
Yeah. All right, dude. So we got 2 matches left to talk about. Was the Sami Zayn match? And is it Gunther or Gunther?
I mean, they say Gunther on there. He used to call himself Walter.
Did he really, Walter?
Yeah, his Walter name's Gunther.
So he's Walter Gunther.
Well, I'll tell you one thing he's an ex-champion because he got big.
That was actually a solid match.
Great match, great build-up in the back. It kind of sort of gave it away that I thought that he would lose since they did, with the kid.
Oh, at the beginning, with his son.
But sometimes that doesn't matter because that's sometimes that could go either way. He's been undefeated for so many years, you just never knew. So, pretty solid match. Could have been a little bit longer, like my buddy said. It could have been a little bit longer of a match, but I was overall pleased. It's not the person I thought that he would have lost to because he's been undefeated for so long. Yeah. I didn't think that would be who he would lose to. I thought it would be Rick Martel or Tito Santana who he would have lost to. But Tito Santana couldn't win a scratch off at a damn Phillips 66. That's my dog Timbo. Everybody, Timbo want to say hi on the podcast? He didn't have much to say. He just sniffing pizza.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall solid match. I think Gunther's ready for the world title picture, so we'll see what happens on that. So, but solid match overall. And Tempo, you want to say anything? He won't talk. He won't wear clothes.
Yeah,
he just walks around naked all the time.
Free balling, dude.
Yeah.
All right, dude. So night one's finished. We just finished the main event, WrestleMania 40.
And thank God for that last match.
Yeah, man.
That match saved night one. Yeah. Night one had its moments, that's for sure. There was a little hit or miss, that's for sure. But that match was really good.
It was dope, man. I was wondering, it was taking a minute to get going, and I know it's because they were trying to fill time, obviously,
Yeah. And the crowd went definitely silent a little bit. I think some of it, honestly, too, like, think the crowd can make or break an event. And sometimes you don't get crowd reaction, it can throw people off. I'm not saying that necessarily was the case on some of it tonight, but there was times where we were looking at each other and we were going, that was great.
Yeah, the
and
crowd was dead.
Zero, I don't know if it's just overkill. Like, you get 3 hours of Raw, you get 2 hours of SmackDown, you got 18 hours of a Hall of Fame ceremony, you got all this build-up. It's just so much stuff. And add that to, like, maybe overexcitement and maybe some dull moments where it can get the crowd dead. I don't know if that's the case or not, but that match was pretty good. Not going to lie. It's really good. It leads to a lot of what-ifs tomorrow with that final match. It's going to be really good. There's lots of good stuff to go on tomorrow night. We'll see what happens, but my only thing I want to say is Seth Rollins does not look healthy.
No, he looked rough, bro.
Yeah, I know
I didn't know he was hurt till you said something. I just knew he was moving slow.
Yeah, he's been very limited for a while. I think he is definitely taking one for the team for this. You know, there's a lot of injuries with Punk. Originally, it was supposed to bench Seth Rollins and CM Punk.
That would have been fire.
That would have been a fire match. There's so many injuries. There's so many fluke things happen this year. But like I was saying, I think a lot of it attributes to there's too much wrestling on every week.
Yeah, it's way too much.
But you know what? That was a great match. The last two ended well. Like I said, you know, the first match, the women's match, was really good. There were some hit and miss things throughout night one. Night two definitely should be better. Night two should be better.
Yeah,
but that was a good end for the night for sure.
Yeah, with Rock and them winning and Rock and them hitting them. You know, I was wondering how much The Rock was going to do. I even said it before it started. I was like, Rock ain't going to do too much, but Rock did more than enough.
He impressed me, yeah. He
took bumps. He took a table bump.
Yeah,
I mean,
he is a showman. He knows what to do. He has been there, done that. He's a star for a reason, and he definitely proved me wrong. I didn't think he still had it in him, but he looked great. Roman's great. Seth Rollins is. I just hope he heals because something just didn't look right tonight. And Cody's Cody, but. Great wrestler, great match. We'll see tomorrow when everybody and their mama interferes because that's exactly what's going to happen. Everybody in the world. Tomorrow night, y'all, this is what's going to happen. This is not a spoiler. This is what's going to happen tomorrow. The Bushwhackers will interfere in this match. Marty Jannetty will interfere in this match tomorrow. The Berserker will make an appearance tomorrow. It is going to be banana.
Yeah,
it's going to be banana tomorrow.
There was a lot of shit turd moments tonight, but there was some cool ones. The women's match that started off the show was good.
Yes, for sure.
The main event was good. The Gunther match before that was good. Everything else was kind of like a SmackDown or a Raw.
Yeah, like I said, it was 1997 Sunday Night Heat. That's exactly what it was. Sunday Night Heat on a Saturday night. That's exactly what that was. It was
Saturday
It
night
was Slamboree. Worst WCW pay-per-view ever. Slamboree. That's what that was right there. It was Alex Wright. It was Alex Wright versus Bunkhouse Bunk. Slamboree '93 all night long right there. Exactly what that was. But it was okay. God, it had its moments. But that'll be the biggest night ever wrestling.
No, it wasn't that. But hopefully tomorrow will be better.
Yeah, for sure.